He's buried up in it. Look at this. Ah! Well, he hit that worm like he was something. Then I foul hooked him in that grass. I thought I had. That is the first time I have ever done that. Foul hooked that fish in the gills. How about that? I thought I had a good fish. Boy, he's a big one. He's dark. If that little fella was buried up in all that grass, there should be a big one there. That sun's bright. That fish there wasn't too big, but I'm sure there's one in there bigger. I'm gonna find out anyway. I'm Hank Parker.
Today, Hank takes us to a small private pond in Old Virginia. And while we're there, we'll get a bird's eye view of one of the most spectacular birds of prey in the world.
Comes your third osprey. There must be another nest. Now I see a fourth one way in the background.
Hank's tip of the week will really come in handy for anyone who's ever had battery problems. And later, he'll be joined by Bass Professor Doug Hannon for some real effective shiner fishing.
That's a good fish. Come here, baby.
Okay. Yeah, that's a nice bass.
How about that?
You seldom catch a small one doing this. That's one of the great things about it. So it's worth waiting.
Well, I was expecting an 8 or 9 pounder. I don't think he'll quite make that.
No, he won't.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The house needs painting, the grass needs mowing. Where's he at?
Hi, this is Hank. Sorry I missed your call. Leave me your name and your number and I'll get back to you.
He's gone fishing.
Hank Parker's Outdoor Magazine, featuring the only sportsman to ever win the BASS Triple Crown, the Bassmasters Classic, BASS Angler of the Year, and Super Bass 4.
I'm talking on this telephone, Angie, but this is your husband. If you remember what I look like, I hadn't been home in so long. But I'm standing on the stage here looking out at about 1,000 people at Super Bass, and I just won the tournament. There's a fish. Pretty good fish. Come up, got that topwater bait. Oh, pretty nice fish. Oh, chase that buzz bait. There was another fish following him in that milfoil. Yeah, well, that's more like it. That's what I want to see. They've been chasing that buzz bait and won't get it, so I thought I'd try the topwater lure. That's what he wanted. He wanted it kind of slow and easy. Didn't want it too fast and not making too much noise. This pond's kind of smooth, not a lot of ripples, so he wanted that bait kind of quiet and easy. Hot as it is, he didn't want to exert a whole lot of energy and effort. Boy, they're pretty fish. I love catching fish out of grass. Dark, black, big blue eye. Pretty fish. All right. Well, I like to catch them on top water. That's about my favorite. A lot of people ask you, what's your favorite? You know, whatever I'm catching them on at the time seems to be my favorite, but top water's hard to beat. Man, it's exciting. Throw that thing out there by a stump, work it slow, and watch him come up and get it. Can't hardly get away with fishing that top water bait around this milfoil like you can a buzz bait. You have to kind of wade through it, throw for the little holes. Seems to be maybe a little bit more productive. There he is. Top water bait. Oh, man. I think maybe the topwater bait's the trick. They don't want to chase that buzz bait down, but they'll sure come after that topwater bait. They are pretty fish. He's not quite as big as the other one, but he is pretty nice. A pair of nesting osprey. I bet they're not gonna like it when I get down there, but that's such a pretty area. I'm gonna go down there and fish it while they get after me or not.
Ospreys are among the most spectacular birds in the world. Like the bald eagle, they are members of the hawk family, but in a class all their own. Unlike other birds of prey, the claws of the osprey are completely round and curved about 1/3 of a circle, a feature that provides them with superior striking and gripping power. Their high-speed dives from heights of 100 feet or more, and at speeds as fast as 80 miles an hour, nearly always result in a fish. Their breast plumage is extremely thick and short, providing not only a cushion on impact, but a form of insulation as well. Ospreys are among the most widely distributed birds in the world, found on every continent except Antarctica. They're in Europe, Asia, North Africa, China, and Australia. In the United States, ospreys range from Alaska southward to Baja, California, eastward along the Gulf Coast of Florida, and then northward up the Atlantic seaboard. The osprey is harmless and when protected often nests close to human habitations. Because they feed almost exclusively on fish, they most often nest near water in dead or rotting trees. Amazingly, these same nests may be used for decades by different birds, each pair continually adding more sticks and grasses until the entire structure may weigh half a ton or more.
They're guarding their nest. I guarantee you there's some chicks in that nest. There he is. There you go. All right. Coming out of the wood. All right. Boy, that's a pretty nice fish. He hit at that bait. I saw him kind of wake up behind it. He turned around and hit at it and missed it. And just kind of waked up and then finally sucked it on down. It's a pretty nice fish. Black. Man, I love it. Whew. I can't get enough of that. He didn't like to stay out of that water. All right, I tell you what, topwater action is much better than the flipping action. I felt like it would be like that, you know. The lake just seems to have so much cover that's hard to cover any other way, and with a topwater bait, you can draw the fish. You never know exactly where they're gonna come from. But it paid off, you know. We've had a good time, got to see a lot of good, interesting wildlife, beautiful birds, and really enjoyed the fishing and got to catch a few on topwater, and that's always a thrill.
Next, keeping those batteries in A1 condition. And still ahead, Hank's special guest Doug Hannon reveals his unusual technique for luring the largemouth bass.
Boy, that's nice. Showed me something. I learned something.
That's good.
That is neat.
I never thought I'd be fishing in a boat with you, and I was driving the boat.
Hey, I want to get all this. This is something I've never done before.
Okay.
Hey, today you may wonder what I'm doing sitting in the back of this boat, kind of sitting down, taking it easy. But we're doing something today that's really, really special, something that I've looked forward to bringing to you for a long time. I'm fishing with Doug Hannon, who probably has caught more big bass, definitely caught more big bass than anybody I know. He's caught several over 14, 15 pounds, probably 100 or more fish over 10 pounds. And Doug has a unique style of fishing, totally different from any other style that I've ever seen before. And today we're using a technique that Doug's kind of famous for, and that's dragging live shiners along the weed line and to locate where these fish are in the grass. And occasionally you can catch a pretty big fish, one that may even weigh 2 or 3 pounds, Doug.
Do they get that small?
That small. I've never caught a 15-pounder. Get on mine.
Ooh, I got hit. Ooh, I got hammered. I sure did.
Got him?
Can you see him?
Yeah, I see him.
He took a while to
I
get
know
there.
why he made your choice. He wasn't big enough to get mine.
Yeah.
I didn't want him.
Well, we all need practice.
Bring it up here, Ollie.
Where am I? I can't see in that water. I'm excited.
He's gonna jump. Excited.
I don't
get
believe
excited,
you
I
yet.
go,
It might not be that little.
Yeah, it's about a 4 to 15-pounder, somewhere in between. I think it's a world record.
Oh, jeez.
How about that? Now,
That's
he
okay.
won't quite make 10 pounds, will he?
No, he won't.
He likes about 7, 6.
I mean, I have to take him off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take that fish off. Boy, he ate it up, didn't he?
Ouch, he's got the...
There's a pair of needle nose right
the,
there, Doug. You see the pliers?
got the hook in me, huh?
Right, here's a pair of pliers.
That little rascal hook is in me. There it is. Yeah, I got it.
Okay. It's really kind of unusual to catch a fish that size, though, isn't it? I mean, really, he was really kind of borderline.
Yeah, I'd say that's on the... That's as rare as a 12-pounder, you know?
Well,
So, see, we're doing all right.
well, I'll just reverse that, and I'll catch the 12-pounder.
Okay.
Tell you, that cloud cover is starting to get thicker back there. Looks like that hurricane influence is going to be greater than we thought, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it usually comes in waves.
Now, wait a minute. I'm getting
Does it feel like a bass?
Yeah, it's definitely a bass.
Okay.
Finally. Oh, I'll be a 10-pounder. Oh, man. Didn't quite make 10 pounds. I'm disappointed. I wish I would have saw him jump.
Well, any jump's a good one.
Hey, I'm glad to finally catch a fish. Boy, he's hooked pretty deep. Come here, baby. Now, they're not supposed to hit when they're bigger than that, are they? Well, I thought that was going to be a 10-pounder as big as that minimum was. Let me see your needle nose, Doug. He ate it up.
I got him right here. Can you catch?
It's kind of on the side of the mouth, but I think...
Yeah. Well, these little hooks hold well. I like to use a small hook. It's easier on the bass.
Right. Well, I want to be real careful where I can get it out. Good deal. Boy, I'll tell you what, they're pretty, Ollie. You know, every once in a while, there comes a product that has a real practical benefit to the fisherman. And I'm proud to say that Quick Kick's that kind of a product. No bells or whistles, Quick Kick is just the most innovative improvement to the troll motor since the foot pedal itself. Quick Kick, when attached to your foot pedal, secures the pedal in place. This will allow you to travel at high speeds in rough water without fear of damage to your boat or your trolling motor. Yet, at the same time, pivot from side to side with just a simple kick of the foot. This will allow you to position your pedal without bending over and using your hands. And best of all, Quick Kick is available for any size troll motor and all types of boats, from aluminum to fiberglass.
When ordering, be sure to specify the model of your trolling motor. Call toll-free or send $22.95 plus $4 shipping to Hank Parker's Quick Kick, Denver, North Carolina.
Quick Kick will give you more time for the important things.
At Ranger, safety has always been extremely important. As a pioneer in upright and level flotation, our safety standards are among the highest in the industry. Beneath the surface of every Ranger, quality construction and foam-filled cavities tell the whole story. Even with huge sections of the bow, floor, rails, and transom cut away, a Ranger boat remains very much afloat.
Ranger boats, we still build them one at a time.
Berkley makes a rod so sensitive you can feel a feather drop on the tip. It's called the Berkley Bionics. biomedically engineered to be the lightest, most sensitive graphite you've ever fished. Berkeley scientists have taken you apart muscle by muscle, cast by cast, to build a rod that significantly reduces wrist and forearm fatigue. A 100% high-energy graphite that casts like the wind. A rod that makes every strike register as a solid jolt. And a rod that can make you a better fisherman. Berkeley Bionics, the best performing graphite rod you've ever fished, or your money back.
Now this wouldn't work at Okeechobee too well, would it?
I'd do it different. I just build a weedless hook out of trot line hooks because they're real stout. Silver solder barb weed guard on it, and then you fish right in.
Well, I think, Doug, for the meantime, at least the rain is over.
You mean I can put down this extra set of pants?
I think so. 2 pair of pants work really good. I guess I got him in the grass.
Oh, I see the fish.
I do too. Get up here, big boy. That's a lot
it's nice
better
when
than
they jump like that. You need some help? You all right?
I'll make it. Come here, boy.
I'd rather watch this kind of stuff anyway.
That was better.
Yeah, that's a nicer bass. We keep trying, we'll catch a giant.
I'll tell you, we're going to catch one.
No, you just never know. That's the nice thing about these baits. You never know what it's going to be when it hits them.
Let me see those pliers. Need them up.
Here they are. That's one of the best places you can have a bass hook. They don't get off. That's the only reason you caught her, see?
How about that?
Couldn't have lost her.
Pretty?
That's great.
I want to show how we're doing this while we're doing hooking back up. I think.
Okay.
About bent my hook out of shape. Again, what we're doing really is just basically trolling these shiners behind the boat. Doug's keeping the boat position right on the weed line, hooking the shiners in the mouth. Come here, shiner.
With that small hook down.
The shiners are harder to catch than the fish.
That's a dandy.
Just take the shiner, hook him. This little hook's got 2 hooks. It's got a real small hook and it's got a bigger hook. And we're using the smaller hook, just putting it through the roof of his mouth, hooking him on. You got to ease him in the water. Now, Doug's already fussed at me today for letting the shiner come off. You got to just ease him in the water. You can't pick him up and hold him like you could a regular minnow. The weight of the shiner will tear it off of his lip. Just
Yeah,
put him
that
back
helps too, because when that bass hits that bait, you want him to come off so he doesn't have a half a pound of meat to throw your hook with, see? So we hook him light.
Then what we do is run it back there. Now, Doug, you correct me if I'm wrong. You put it back there about 40 feet behind the boat, and then take the line, leaving the reel in free spool, and holding your line just like we have it here. And that way, when the fish hits it, I got that shiner's going crazy. I think I got a fish now.
Yeah, that loop of line becomes your outrigger and gives you the right amount of slack to get prepared and
Just
set a
like
hook
bowing the
when you get it
rod
strung.
down when a fish hits a plastic worm. You can just kind of give
Sure.
or take. And then you can let it go on and release the line out of your hand and free spool. I don't know why they decided to run that chainsaw just about the time we were going to catch fish. We'll catch another one after a while. I'm getting the hang of this. A lot more fun than operating that chainsaw, I'll promise you that.
The revolutionary fish formulas are used by the world's best fishermen. Enough said?
Hank Parker's Outdoor Magazine is looking for kids. America's missing and exploited kids. If you believe you have information that could lead to the location and recovery of one of these missing children, please help. Call the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. 1-800-843-LOST. Let's find America's kids.
For years, the world's best outboard performance has come in just one color, black. Mercury Phantom Black. Legendary power to ski, the performance to fly, explore a river, tame an ocean. From the challenge of a race course to a trouble-free family cruise, the outboard legend is Phantom Black. Mercury Outboards. Put the legend behind you.
LCR 8000 from Humminbird, the liquid crystal recorder that makes charts obsolete. With features like totally automatic operation, total screen update, screen memory, and zoom and bottom lock with split screen viewing, the LCR 8000 does things charts can never do. Humminbird LCR 8000, the ultimate in fish finding technology.
We're out of light, but we gotta see it. Don't let him break y'all. Oh, there he is. Oh, man.
It's got the buoy, so we got that recovered.
Well, that's good. We won't have to go back after the buoy. Bring him on, Douglas. You got me wet. Bring him over here. What is that, Doug?
That's a night fish.
I've never seen the beat. I'll tell you what, you had to beat me, so you had to stay out here all day and all night just to prove a point.
Well,
boy, that is a nice fish. What will that fish weigh? Pound and a half?
Yeah, Lee. That's just to get you come back.
Yeah, hey, I'll be back. I can see that right now. I'm gonna let you take him off the hook because I don't have time. I gotta tell the folks at home that we appreciate them being with us today. I appreciate you showing us a new technique. I hope everybody learned something from that. I know I did. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you for being with me today. Until next week, God bless you. I'm Hank Parker. Boy, Doug, that is a pretty fish. He's not gonna look all that good on TV, but you proved one thing. If you can't catch a big one in the daytime, you'll get one at night. Man, isn't that great? I'll tell you what, this is some of the most exciting.
Hank Parker's Outdoor Magazine, sponsored by 100% high-energy graphite rods from Berkeley Bionics. Fish Formula, we fool Mother Nature. Humminbird Depth Sounders. Mercury Outboards, put the legend behind you. Minn Kota, quiet power catches fish. Ranger Boats, we still build them one at a time. Ryobi, there's never been a better reason to go fishing. And Trilene, extra strong.
The house needs painting, the grass needs mowing. Where's he at?
Hank, this is Tom. You told me to call you when they're biting. They're biting.
Gone fishing.
I'll tell you what, this is some of the most exciting fishing I've ever done. I have thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's a different game, isn't it?
It really is.